Welcome to the True Crime Never Sleeps podcast. I'm your host, Larry Leese. Today on Murder Monday, we dive into William Saunders, the quiet man that everybody forgot, even the police. But first, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Poddex, for sponsoring this episode. If you're a podcaster looking to get more engagement and grow your audience, you're going to want to check out Poddex today. Go to poddex.com and use the promo code Larry21 for 10% off your order. And of course, Audible. Audible is home to hundreds of thousands of audiobooks from a wide variety of genres. Check them out today at audibletrial.com/Larry21 and get your free audiobook of your choice, no purchase necessary. Just head right over to audibletrial.com/Larry21. And hey, we know you have thoughts about the cases we covered, and we want to hear them. Send us a voicemail at 682-305-0483. You can be a part of the show. Or if you just want, you can send us a tweet at True Crime NS or find us on Facebook at True Crime Never Sleeps Podcast. And now on to today's first topic. Saunders was found in a pond, partially submerged. Was it suicide or something more sinister? On March 25th, 1877, two boys took a walk along the stream. They stopped when they saw a partially submerged corpse. With a maturity that exceeded their age, one stayed with the evidence while the other went to collect help. When the body was removed, it was quickly identified as local William Saunders. Saunders was 34 and a laborer at the local gasworks. He was described as a quiet, sober man who was easy to get on with. 2 years before his death, he married widow Mrs. Sarah Inmalm. She was 11 years his senior, had 6 children, 3 girls and 3 boys. The couple, 6 children, and lodger, James Dempsey, lived in the house. Dempsey was due to marry the eldest daughter, who was 23. Saunders' wages had to pay for all of them to live, and none of the others worked. Initially, the police thought that the dead body was suicide, that the man had had enough and drowned himself. However, the postmortem showed that he had suffered extreme violence before he died. His nose and jaw were broken, so were 3 ribs, his collarbone, several teeth. The doctor also stated that he had been dead when he entered the water. A search of the area supported this finding. A patch of grass was trampled down as if something had been dragged through it. The heavy overnight rain had destroyed other evidence. When they entered the house, they asked if they could speak to Mr. Saunders. When they were informed he was not home, they told Amon that they had made news. Her husband was dead. She commented, "Did he drown?" Funny statement, seeing as no one had mentioned the water at that point. She told the police that they had moved the previous day. Her husband had gone next door for a drink with a friend and then returned with his wages. He presented her with all his money, to which she gave him a shilling back and told him to go and have some fun. She stated that everyone else in the house had stayed in. The family spoke about the harmonious life the family lived together. However, the friend Saunders had visited on his last night said that his friend was suicidal and had stated that getting married had taken his happiness. When the police asked whether Dempsey had been out, they were informed not after 5 o'clock. On their way out, Dempsey ran to speak to them, saying it might have been 6 when he got home. The evidence continues to mount. Ann Wynn, a local lady, said that she had seen Saunders talking to a man in a light blue suit. She had heard Saunders say, "That is a bloody lie." This was at 22:30. 10 minutes later, she saw Dempsey in a light blue suit outside another shop. The investigation also found that Saunders had been in the Albert pub before his murder. Alfred had also been out at the Dolphin pub until 2300. It appeared that the missus had not been telling the truth when she gave the whole family an alibi. The night after the murder, she and Dempsey visited Miss Wynn. They claim that they went there to see if Wynn could identify Dempsey. However, it is unclear why they visited the next night as well. During the inquest, Miss Wynn could no longer say that Dempsey was the man in the blue suit. Although the witness tampering came to light at the inquest, it was never investigated. Other mistakes had also been made with the case. For example, at the beginning of the case, police identified Dempsey and Alfred Iman as their prime suspects. Yet they had not searched their house until days later, allowing them enough time to dispose of any clothes that may have had blood on them. The stories had changed many times when the pair got home. Dempsey finally settled on a version where he got home at 11 and went straight to bed. However, when Albert, who was 14, was called to the stand, he stated that Dempsey let him in the house after work at 12. As the inquest closed, Saunders' death was ruled willful murder by some person or persons. The Home Office offered a reward of £100 for anyone with information that led to an arrest. Despite the reward, no direct evidence connected the Mrs. and Dempsey to the murder. The police could not find a witness that had seen the pair out together. They also could find no motive for the murder. Fate then played a part in Saunders' murder. A second murder occurred in the area, which was much higher profile. The murder of Harriet Staunton. Police efforts were concentrated on finding this murderer. Saunders was largely forgotten about. Although Alfred Iman and Dempsey remained suspects for years, the case remains unsolved.